Have you ever finished a bath or shower feeling more exhausted than before you stepped in? Almost like something that was supposed to revitalize you ended up draining your energy instead? It might sound strange, but as we get older, especially after 65, the way we bathe can have more impact on our well-being than most people realize. Not just on our skin, but on our heart, our circulation, even our immune system. It's so easy to fall into small habits in the bathroom that feel harmless, yet quietly put extra stress on a body that needs gentle care more than ever. In this video, we're talking about 6 common bathing mistakes that can slowly chip away at your health, and exactly how to fix them. These aren't complicated tasks or pricey spa treatments. They're everyday adjustments that make a huge difference once you know what to look for. Let's start by shining a light on a habit many of us do without a second thought: using water that's too hot. Picture the feeling of a long, steamy shower on a cold morning. Feels luxurious, right? But here's the hidden danger. Hot water strips the skin of its natural oils, leaving it dry, itchy, and more vulnerable to irritation. As we age, our skin becomes thinner and less capable of bouncing back from damage. That dryness isn't just uncomfortable. It can lead to tiny cracks or even minor infections, especially if your immune system isn't as strong as it used to be. What's more, the heat causes your blood vessels to dilate. That can drop your blood pressure too quickly the moment you step out, resulting in dizziness or that swooning feeling that might have you grabbing onto the towel rack for balance. So if you love that comforting warmth, here's a simple fix. Ease down the temperature a little. Warm water is still soothing and relaxing, but it's far gentler on your skin and your cardiovascular system. You don't have to shock yourself with cold showers unless you truly enjoy them. Just find that sweet spot that's pleasantly warm rather than scalding. You'll emerge without that flushed face or that sudden wave of fatigue, and you might find your skin thanks you with fewer patches of dryness or redness. The second common misstep is using harsh soaps or body washes that promise a fresh, squeaky clean feeling, but leave a hidden toll on your skin. It's tempting to trust the brand you've used for decades or something labeled antibacterial. Yet many of these products are loaded with chemicals or strong detergents that not only remove dirt, but also strip away the natural protective barrier on your skin. That barrier becomes especially crucial with age. It helps keep moisture in and germs out. When it's compromised, your skin is more prone to breakage, rashes, and slow-healing irritations. You might notice that dryness and tightness right after you pat yourself dry. Or maybe small bumps appear on your arms and legs, and you brush them off as normal aging. Instead, try switching to a gentle, fragrance-free cleanser. Look for labels that say moisturizing or pH balanced, and check the ingredients if you can. Simple formulas that rely on natural oils or milder cleansing agents will nourish your skin rather than rob it of its protective oils. And if you're noticing dryness on your scalp too, think about using a milder shampoo, one without sulfates or heavy perfumes that can irritate sensitive skin. Over time, this simple shift can reduce the tiny cracks that allow bacteria to sneak in, helping you avoid infections that can be harder to fight off after 65. These may sound like minor changes, lowering the water temperature, choosing gentler soaps, but they add up. They reduce unnecessary stress on your heart and circulation, and they protect the largest organ on your body, your skin. And when your skin is healthy, it's like having a strong shield between you and the outside world. Something we often take for granted until we find ourselves dealing with persistent dryness, infections, or worse. Imagine finishing your bath feeling refreshed instead of fatigued, stepping out onto the mat without the sudden rush of dizziness, knowing your skin is healthy and protected from unnecessary damage. It might not seem like a dramatic change, but it's one of those foundational habits that supports your whole body day after day. That's the beauty of it. By making small changes in how we bathe, we give our bodies a chance to function more smoothly without the strain they've silently been enduring. And when the rest of your daily routine gets that extra layer of support, you just might find you feel lighter, steadier, and more confident in everything you do. Because at the end of the day, It's not about fancy products or complicated routines. It's about caring for yourself in a way that honors where you are in life, giving your body exactly what it needs to stay strong, resilient, and ready for whatever tomorrow brings. Let's keep going. There's more we can do to make sure bath time truly supports us, rather than quietly wearing us down. Another habit that seems harmless but can actually chip away at your well-being is scrubbing. Too aggressively or washing too frequently. It's easy to assume that cleaner is always better. Yet over-cleansing can backfire, especially when skin is naturally thinner and more delicate. That daily thorough scrub you've been doing since your 20s might feel like routine, but now it can leave microscopic tears in the skin's protective barrier. These tiny breaks may not be visible, but they make it easier for bacteria to slip in, potentially causing rashes, infections, or just prolonged irritation that never fully heals. Then there's the question of washing frequency. Some people grew up bathing or showering twice a day, morning and evening, as a matter of habit or comfort. But after 65, your skin doesn't replenish oils as quickly, and constant washing can lead to dryness and itchiness that lingers long after you towel off. If you find your arms, legs, or back are constantly flaky or prone to redness, take a moment to think about whether you're overdoing it. Sometimes reducing the frequency of full showers or sticking to quick rinses and gentle spot cleaning when you're not heavily soiled can be enough to let your skin breathe and recover. It's a simple change in mindset that often makes a dramatic difference in how comfortable and hydrated your skin feels day to day. One more quiet mistake that can have a bigger impact than most people realize is spending too long in the bath or shower. A luxurious soak might seem like the perfect way to wind down, but if you're lingering in warm water for extended periods, it can actually lower your blood pressure, leading to dizziness when you finally stand up. That sudden rush of lightheadedness can be risky, especially if you don't have sturdy support to grab onto. Beyond that, prolonged exposure to water, no matter how pleasant, can soften and wrinkle the skin, making it more prone to tearing. You might notice your fingertips become pruny after a while. That's a sign your skin has absorbed more water than it really needs. A short, soothing soak can still work wonders for relaxation, but there's a point at which it starts doing more harm than good. These considerations might seem small, but each one is a gentle reminder that our bodies thrive on balance. A shorter soak, a gentler touch, a slightly cooler temperature. None of these changes mean giving up the comfort of a warm bath. They just ensure that this daily ritual becomes truly restorative, instead of gradually weakening the body you rely on every day. Another subtle yet vital aspect of bathing is your physical safety in the tub or shower. A slip or fall in the bathroom can lead to severe injuries that take months to heal. And for some people, those injuries turn life upside down permanently. Yet so many of us try to get by without installing support rails or non-slip mats. Maybe it's pride, or perhaps it's simply not wanting to fuss with extra equipment. But the reality is, if you've ever felt unsteady stepping in or out of the bath, if you've had that brief moment of panic when your foot slides on a slick tile, you already know you could benefit from a bit more stability. Imagine the peace of mind you'd have knowing you can step into the shower with something sturdy to hold on to, or that the bath mat won't skitter away underfoot. Those supports aren't just about avoiding one bad fall. They're about preserving your independence in the long run. Even if you have excellent balance now, the future is unpredictable, and it never hurts to set yourself up for success. A small rail mounted on the wall, some traction stickers on the tub floor, or a high-quality non-slip mat can make a world of difference. It's a simple but powerful way to ensure your bathing routine doesn't come with an unnecessary risk. The wonderful thing is, these adjustments don't require big changes to your day. They're subtle shifts. Choosing gentle products, shaving a few minutes off your shower, swapping in a safe mat, that all add up to a more mindful, health-preserving routine. Often, the biggest challenge isn't the action itself, but deciding that it's worth it, reminding ourselves that our bodies have different needs than they did decades ago. But acknowledging that fact opens the door to better self-care. Picture stepping into your bathroom without any anxious thoughts, knowing that each choice you've made, from the temperature of the water to the texture of the floor, reflects kindness toward yourself and the life you want to keep living. That's the ultimate goal, turning a mundane task into a nurturing habit that safeguards your well-being, one bath at a time. You deserve that sense of reassurance every day, and once you start paying attention to these details, you might even find bathing becomes more enjoyable, less about scrubbing and worrying, and more about gently refreshing both body and mind. Let's keep walking down this path of simple, meaningful changes that truly matter. There are more ways we can transform our daily wash into something that protects, rather than depletes, the vitality that keeps us going strong year after year. Another aspect many people overlook is what happens the moment you turn the water off. It's tempting to step out of the tub, give yourself a quick pat down, and move on with your day. But neglecting proper drying and skincare can quietly wear down your health in surprising ways. Think about how your skin feels when it's damp. Pores are open, skin is softer, and if you leave it that way for too long, you risk trapping moisture in places that invite bacterial growth or fungal issues, especially in warmer hidden spots, like under the arms, beneath the breasts, or between the toes. Over time, that can lead to rashes or infections that become harder to clear up as our immune systems slow down a bit with age. Even if you don't see anything concerning, a brisk, gentle towel dry can reduce the chance of chafing, itching, or lingering dampness. And if you really want to go the extra mile for your skin, consider following up with a light moisturizer while you're still slightly damp. That helps seal in hydration and keeps your skin's barrier strong. It doesn't need to be a fancy product. Sometimes a simple, fragrance-free lotion or cream does the trick better than something overloaded with perfumes and additives. The idea is to replenish the natural oils you might have washed away, protecting the skin that in turn protects you. Speaking of protection, another subtle habit that can creep up over time is reusing towels or washcloths too many times without a proper wash. It might seem like a mild cost-saving measure, or just something you've always done, but those damp towels are a breeding ground for germs. Each time you use them, you rub your skin, already vulnerable post-bath, with whatever bacteria decided to hang around in the fabric. That might not have been a big deal decades ago, but as you get older, your skin's resilience and immune defense aren't what they used to be. It only takes one small cut or scrape for an infection to set in. Washing or at least drying towels thoroughly between uses can be the difference between a consistently clean routine and a slow buildup of unwanted guests in your bathroom. Let's not forget another bath time mistake that often slips under the radar: ignoring small changes or warning signs on your skin. Showering or bathing is one of the best times to notice if something is off. A new mole, a suspicious bump, an unusual rash. Yet it's all too easy to treat bathing like a chore we rush through, missing the chance to catch these signals early. As we age, our bodies can surprise us with all sorts of unexpected growths or irritations. Many are harmless, but some aren't. The earlier you notice them, the easier it is for your doctor to figure out what's going on and address it. Just a few extra moments, maybe with good lighting and a small mirror if needed, can give you peace of mind. Think of it as a built-in self-check. The water rinses away the day's grime, and your awareness helps keep track of changes that may need attention. These practices, thorough but gentle drying, clean towels, and skin check-ins, are like quiet guardians of your well-being. They don't ask for much time or effort, yet they give you the gift of prevention, catching little problems before they snowball into big issues. Over the years, it's the small details that add up, tipping the scales between feeling frail or feeling strong, between a nagging rash or healthy, supple skin, between a scary surprise in the mirror or a quick heads up to your doctor. And each of these choices reminds your body that you're listening, that you're committed to giving it the care it needs right now, not the care it needed 30 years ago. Imagine a bathing routine that feels both comforting and empowering, where the warm water soothes tense muscles, yet doesn't harm your circulation, where your skin emerges moisturized but not oversaturated. where a slip is far less likely, and any weird new bump is noticed right away. That kind of routine isn't difficult to maintain once you've built the right habits. It just takes awareness and a willingness to adapt. And with that awareness, you might discover bathing becomes something you actually look forward to. An act of gentle self-care rather than just another daily task to check off. When you treat your body with kindness, it returns the favor by serving you better in everything else you do. That extra steadiness in your step, that calmness in your mind, that security in knowing you're doing what's best for your long-term health, it all flows outward from these small but mighty actions. And that's a powerful realization. You have more control than you might think over how you age, how you feel, how long you stay independent and vibrant. A simple bath can be a moment of renewal if you let it. So where does that leave us? Right here, recognizing that there are still a few more subtle ways to transform bath time into a protective, uplifting routine. Because once you start paying attention to these details, you'll find they extend beyond the bathroom, into the decisions you make about comfort, safety, and respect for the remarkable body you're living in. And each step you take in that direction has the potential to lengthen your life, not just in years, but in quality.